Hey, everybody, I'm Mike.
I'm Bob.
And I'm Tim.
And this is the Board Game Rundown. Welcome to Whiskey Wednesday, and almost Halloween edition. We're getting close.
Almost. Yeah.
We are getting close. Thanks, everybody, for joining us tonight. Speaking of Halloween, we should probably mention that at least two of us will be on the Full 42 next Monday for their Halloween edition.
Ooh, yeah.
That's right.
Bob and Tim are going to be playing Arkham Horror on the Full 42. So if you ain't got anything to do next Monday, hop on and watch.
And if you do, cancel it, reschedule your plans Monday for Tuesday, so you can hop on and watch.
Tim,
also,
it's a great idea.
Thanks. That could have gone either way.
Yeah.
really could have. I was not sure where we were going to land. Yeah, go for it, Mike. You got it.
Well, we got done playing a bunch of games on Saturday. For those that don't know, we were at Tabletop Adventure Con in Warsaw, Indiana.
Hey, yeah.
Short little hour drive south for us, but this is a small convention put on by my friend Daniel Cervantes, and it's for a good cause. The proceeds from the badges and stuff go to help families get free therapy during the holidays. So I always buy raffle tickets when I'm there, and I always win raffle stuff when I'm there.
Mm-hmm.
But we played a lot of games. In fact, I was going to run down what we played real quick.
Well, I can start. I know Mike and I started the day with Mad Kala. That showed up. That was pretty cool.
That was fun.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. Yep.
Kind of.
Go on.
Yeah, as far as Mad Kala, it is a Mancala, hence the name, but in the Wonderlands War universe.
Mm-hmm.
Some fun Manny Tremblay art, but it's a unique Mancala because it's a two-player only game, and you can only pull from your side, but you may end up dropping action cubes on the other player's side, and then you resolve the action. But sometimes you have to pull the action cubes off of the board, and you have to use an action to refresh them. But that game just was like combo goodness. Like you're playing those action cards. You can play as many as you want on your turn, and then there's an action doubler, and then there's even a space that doubles your turn. There's just tons of ways to like combo your turns together. It felt really good.
So when Mike lost to Bob, was Mike mad, Kala?
Yes.
I heard him complaining about your character.
I don't know if I was able to get my ability to trigger off a lot more, because you have your main character, right? You're either like the Cheshire Cat, the Mad Hatter, Alice, one of the main kind of characters. And then you have your +1s that you're able to bring to the table with you. And I had an ability where I could pay 2 shards, flip my person over, and then reveal the top card off the deck, and then I could put it in my hand, or I could just activate it twice and discard it. And I was just doing that, because normally you pay 3 shards to like draw a card, and then you can play it later. So I'm paying 2 shards to get the effect twice, and I didn't care what it was. I mean, and so sometimes it wasn't great, but it was something, and it didn't cost me a lot, and I was able to keep flipping my card over like back and forth, because I kept getting like landing on those spots and whatnot. And I was able to get the trigger off quite a bit, but I've already sleeved it. I really enjoyed it. I was going to point out, like, one of the things I thought was interesting or fun and kind of thematic is how Mike was saying you can only, pick up bits from your side of the board, and then you start placing them down like one at a time, because it's rude to reach across the table and try to take something.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of funny.
That's true. But also the Cheshire Cat ability is objectively better than the Mad Hatter ability, because
I'm sorry. The Cheshire Cat ability is the die. It was my +1.
The +1 ability. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather draw a card from the top deck and get the ability twice, or draw any card you want out of the discard to get the effect once? I'd rather take the chance of just getting any old ability and being able to use it twice than being able to pick out of the discard and only use it once. I thought it was much more powerful.
Yeah.
And
so Mike's saying the game is imbalanced.
Well, then you got to look at the strength of your other character, because you do get 2 plus 1s. And so mine, all it did was I paid 1 shard to put 2 shards back out, but I could kind of choose where I want to put them. That's all it was. And I'm not sure what Mike's other character's ability was.
I could put a tile in between 2 of your action spots and block you
them
from using
you
those
did
action
at the beginning,
spots.
and you never did it again.
Yeah, because you kept. It didn't matter.
I just emptied those plates,
pulling cards off the deck and using it twice. That it didn't matter where I put the. It didn't matter where I put the.
It was fun when I drew the take an extra turn one. I got to activate that twice.
So, the other thing that was fun was losing an Eschaton.
Oh, do you mean just watching Bob play Eschaton?
That was probably one of the best Eschaton games ever played.
61-5. Bob had 61. Chris Rudder had 14. Tim had 13.
Mm-hmm.
Charity had 12.
So that was
close. I scored 5.
Yeah. Yeah, you did great. I'm
just glad I didn't teach.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I felt really bad about that.
Dang, you should have made him teach Tim.
Yeah, next time, dude.
Yeah.
Steph wants to know what band we are referring to. Rubber bands, belly bands. There's the
rubber bands.
Well, we had wristbands in order to get in.
That's true.
True. Yep. That is true. Contraband is another very good one.
Ooh.
But no, we are going to be talking about our favorite musical bands. I was going to get a couple other news segments in, and then we'll dive more into.
That's fine. I just know Steph sometimes has limited time at this segment, so I wanted to acknowledge that.
We are literally talking about our favorite music bands tonight, though. That was an idea that we originally came up with when Tony Lawhorne was on the show. And he is going to come back. He's going to come back to talk about our top 10 bands. You can come back on November 12th and see our top 10 bands. So we're going to kind of warm the waters of this topic tonight and get 20 through 11 out there.
All right. Now, before we get deeper into that, Mike, what are the other news segments, topics we wanted to hit before we wade into the shallow end of the pool for our 20 through 11?
I guess other stuff real quick. We did play at Tabletop Adventure Con. We did play Treasure of the Dwarves from Trick or Treat Studios. That was a fun little bidding game where you're trying to create sets of gems, and you're basically making a hidden offer to someone, a secret offer. And you put it in this little box and you slide it into the middle of the table, and then they get to pick whose offer they want to take. Now, when they look at it, they can choose to keep that offer, or they can look at another offer, but they can't go back.
That's the genius of the game. Yeah.
Yes, that is the genius for sure, is that if you decide, nope, that offer's not good enough, well, there's no going back and saying, no, I changed my mind. Too bad.
Yeah, you're stuck.
That was fun.
I really look forward to playing that at higher player counts.
That's what I was going to say. I want to play that at a higher player count.
So while I was waiting for Mike and Bob to get there, I played Act 1 of Slay the Spire solo. I was about to finish it when one of or two people from Mike's old game group walked up, and I didn't know who they were, but I mean, dude was friendly. And we were chatting, and then he's like, "Oh, I'd love to learn this," and I'm like, "Well, I'd love to teach it." So we played through Act 1. Was it Ben and Chris, Mike?
You got it.
Woo! I'm out on names the rest of the night. I peaked, but they were super nice. Really good sports. We had a great time playing. I think they both really liked it. I believe Ben was very familiar with the video game version. So he wanted to see how it ported over, and Chris was not familiar with it at all. but I played deck builders and things like that. And so one of the fun things about for me with like co-op games and new people, especially new people with like great attitudes, or new people to me with great attitudes, is it really lets you sort of like feel the dynamics of the group and like see how these people operate and what they're about. And I feel like we gelled really well, had a good time, and barely by the skin of our teeth beat that first act boss. But that game's good, man. I love it. It's a great opportunity to play. I like it so much. I took the time to set it up and play it solo while I was waiting for these guys to show up. So, and I'm glad I did, because that meant then I got to play a full act with some other people. So yeah, that was a game. Before we get into the depths, we also played Glyphics, which is a new one from the op, which I thought was excellent. Kind of wild, because you just get all these shapes and you get a card that's got nouns and verbs and maybe a phrase on there. And either way, it's got 6 items on that card. You're going to play for 5 rounds. So you're going to go through 5 out of the 6 things on your card. And on your turn, you're going to use these shapes, and you can move them around and stuff. You just can't make noise, and you just try to use these shapes to get people to guess. And you're allowed to announce whether you're trying to get you to guess a noun or a verb or the phrase. And just lots of really funny, goofy things, happening. And, you're trying to get people to guess, and you're just like, because you're going to get a point as the guesser, and you're going to get a point as the clue giver, unless you have the phrase, which then you're going to get 2 points for both. And then you just play until everybody's gone 5 times. And that's the game. Short and sweet. I thought it was really good, and really liked it. Honestly, I enjoyed it more than Tacta, which was sort of like the last party game sort of outing I had played from the op. Mm-hmm. And which has legs, man. People like it, but I think Glyphics is way more my style and way more fun for me. Mm-hmm. So how about you guys?
I had a lot of fun. I enjoyed that one, but I liked Alibis more.
Alibis was great.
Yeah, we kind of capped off the night with that, and it's like code names, but it's like fully co-op, because you have a lineup of people, and each person's getting 2 cards, and there's 1 card that you don't get, and you're trying to give that clue to link your 2 people together so that people can mark them off their list, and try to figure out, and then work together to see you have enough correct answers by the end of, is it 3 rounds?
3 rounds.
Guess who the bad guy is, or the actual bad guy. So
yeah,
that was way more interesting than I thought it was going to be, in all honesty.
Yeah. I played that in who is Alibis? Alibis is all play.
Yeah,
and Steph, Alibis can be hard unless you're good like us.
That's right. Well, I love like code names and trying to link all those words together and whatnot. And
it's
so
a 10 out of 10 game.
Yeah.
Mike, don't hurt yourself. Mike's look, man, he about broke his glasses. Yeah, but that was really good. And then we also, friend of the show, Kuhn Young, who designed Shadows, Heroes, and Monsters, which is a deck building game that we really like a lot. Well, Bob and I like. He asked us if we would play his prototype Dungeonomics, and I also thought that game was excellent. I was thinking about that. If I wasn't distracted so much by the Notre Dame USC game on the drive home during commercial breaks, I was thinking about that Dungeonomics game. I thought that was really good. And really, really want to see that game kind of come to fruition, right? And see the light of day, because I thought that was pretty neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was enjoyable.
Mike, strong feelings on Alibis, Glyphics, or Dungeonomics?
Alibis was fun. I like the cooperative nature. I like that you only have to link 2 words together, and everybody is working on their clue at the same time, so it eliminates the downtime issue that code names have.
Yeah.
And Dungeonomics by Kuhn was really good. You're basically populating this board with random monsters that all have their own individual abilities, and then you get to invest in those monsters by paying resources set collecting, and then paying those resources to put a cube on a monster that makes them activate a ability that's going to charge and take out other monsters or do like ranged attacks towards other monsters. And then once a whole row of investments have been fulfilled on one monster, the monster is going to score, and each cube you have on there is going to score a different number of points. There's majority scoring for having the most cubes on a monster. I really, really like how that system worked in investing in these monsters, and the more you've put towards them, the more points you get for them when their point scoring fires off.
But the more you do that, the more other people might try to take those monsters out so that they could stop you, right? Really fun push and pull, and you're like not locked into just one critter. You can diversify your investments and all that stuff. Really clever and really unique, and completely different than Shadows, Heroes, and Monsters. To Kuhn's credit, like, oh hey, just come up with like a completely different style of game and vibe and feel. So yeah, I love that dude, and I'm glad that he seeks us out. Like I didn't even know he was going to be a tabletop, and he just kind of walked by and was like, "Oh hey,"
Yeah, I saw him when I walked in, said hi to him, and then
okay.
He came over. Yeah.
But I'm really glad he did, and I'm glad that he wanted to share, his prototype with us so we could see it, because it's easy to put those off, sometimes, and then, but maybe you just missed a chance to play like a damn good game that you didn't even know existed, or is coming. And so I'm really glad that we took the time to play that at the end of the day. At least that was my last game, and then I had to take off. But Steph, you can't find Dungeonomics yet, but trust me, the second that there is stuff online about it, we will be sharing and publicizing it, because that's one that's like, please, this one's got to happen.
Yeah,
I really like
prototype only for now, but
yep.
We will help make that a reality.
We're going to do our damnedest, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Yep. We do have a new video for Dicey Devices out now. That is on crowdfunding, right? Currently?
That comes out next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday. Okay. So get a preview now. Go look and see Dicey Devices now so that you can know next Tuesday if your wallet's going to hurt. And then tomorrow we're dropping Joyride Survival of the Fastest.
Yep.
So that was I think that's going to be an interesting review for people to watch, because you're going to hear some different opinions, and we'll just leave it at that.
That also has an expansion that drops next Tuesday.
Nice. I don't know like what algorithm god makes Tuesday the day for Kickstarters. Like, it's such a weird day.
It is weird.
But it is universally a thing, man. Like, it's always Tuesday.
Yeah,
so
it is.
But it works. I mean, everybody does it Tuesday for a reason. And now I'm conditioned to the point where somebody doesn't do it on a Tuesday. I'm like, what are you doing? Ugh, gross.
Yeah, correct.
All right. We have a sponsor. We should probably just do that now before we get into that.
Yeah, we might as well. Because our sponsor of Whiskey Wednesday is Lawhorne Design LLC.
Let's go.
Get your games noticed with help from Lawhorne Design. Eye-catching backdrops, banners, table covers, signage, and much, much more. All shipped directly to you or your next big show. Fast, reliable rush orders are always available to keep you prepared and professional. Contact Lawhorne Design today for all your creative marketing, branding, website, and event display needs.
I'm going to tell you, you can't walk around a convention without seeing Tony's work there.
Yep.
And if you like those dulcet tones, just make sure you tune in a couple weeks for the for his top 10 bands of all time.
Oh man, his nose must have been itching because literally as soon as
I
his
just saw a
ad
message
stopped
from him.
playing,
Yeah.
he messaged us, and hopefully he's doing all right.
Yeah. So
I'll
everybody
leave it at
just, yeah, send some good vibes Tony's way.
Yep.
He's a great dude.
And yeah, he's the one that made those sweet shirts that you saw at the end of that slideshow. Those
Hashtag shut
same
down the rundown.
Yeah.
those same shirts that you'll find us wearing on our Patreon,
Mhm.
which,
Some
by
good
the
shirts.
way, has been published. And if you would like to support the Board Game Rundown, that link is right there. And it's in all of our videos that we publish.
Now you can
so
go and like tag a Patreon without paying, right? You can just do like a free thing. Do we have like a free thing where you don't get anything? You're just like, hey, I'm keeping an
Yeah.
eye on this.
right
So like
here.
even just go do that. So then you can kind of keep
Yeah.
an eye on, you know, if we put up some messages over there and you're like, okay, maybe I want to like peek behind the paywall. Just saying. Obviously, if we do not want to incur any hardship on anyone. So if it's not viable for you, that's totally fine. Totally understand. We appreciate you just being here and giving us a thumbs up on our videos and a comment and hanging out with us on Wednesdays. That being said, where was I going to go? I had another thing and now it's gone. It's gone.
That's fine. It'll come back.
Probably. Ooh,
But-
Staffio has a question. That's a
Ooh,
new name.
I have. Yeah, I have seen that. It does look. That one does look interesting. There's another one. Dang it. Hair. There's another music game that
Okay.
a guy we know is working on that looks really good, and I can't think of the name of it. I'm a bad friend.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. If you are currently supporting us on the old Game Talk Network Patreon, that's fine, except you are not actually supporting us anymore. We have diversified from them. So if you like the other content that you're getting from them, like stay over there, that's totally fine. That's great. But if that's not your intention, you know, we're over here. We're independent.
Yeah, we're over here.
So that's what I was going to say. Again, you know, look, if you like what's going on over there, then please support them. Please do. But just putting it out there. I'd hate for you like 2 months down the line to go, oh, I never changed it, so that doesn't go to you. And be like, no, sorry guys. So Mike and Bob.
Yes.
What are some of your criteria for tonight's list?
So kind of like with my board games where I just kind of look around and I see what I have and I make a lot of my lists that way. I don't really like to do a lot of research. It's kind of crazy. Googs. I went to my way back machine and I plugged this bad boy in, charged it up, and then pulled all my bands out, dropped them into Pub Meeple, and went to town.
Wow.
Yep, I knew exactly where that guy was. It's like, I know where that is. I hope I still have the charging cord because it's one of those old school, like
yeah, like a real wide one.
Yeah, and it fired it up and it worked, and so I was able to get all the songs off there, and it sure is. And I mean, it like I said, it still works.
I got an old Sansa player still somewhere, and I've got it, and I've got an old iPod
in there for a little while. Just I don't know.
Oops. Mike, how about you?
Yes. Mike, by the way, we did plug that we'll be on the full 42 on Monday. It might only be 2 of us, but still, you'll get the rundown bump on Monday. For me, so first of all, I'm really big into hip hop. I always have been. And when we said bands, I said, okay, well, I will not include any musicians that do not play an instrument then. So these are strictly bands and or solo acts. if it wasn't, my list would be populated with some rappers for sure. I was heavily influenced by 90s hip hop.
I consider playing the turntables playing an instrument.
Wu-Tang, Tupac, Biggie, Mobb Deep would definitely make my list, but we're going just musical, just instruments. And I went to the Wayback Machine as well, my smartphone, and I loaded up Spotify because, I've been a subscriber to Spotify for a long time. I've got tons of playlists for all kinds of different genres and environments and moods, and music is life. So I'm really excited to do this one. You're gonna catch a wide range of music from me.
Yeah, I think that there's going to be a lot of variety tonight. Now, I do have some. I was really torn, right, because you're talking about bands, but I went with musicians and groups and acts and and things like that. So there are some solo kind of just their name, the person's name, but they have a backing band. I think technically one of the hip hop groups on my list that I will talk about, I believe they are capable of playing instruments. Oh yeah, Steph, there's going to be a lot of hipster picks. There's going to be a lot of hipster picks. There'll be a few that nobody's heard of, and there'll be some that you're like, oh, I didn't know they sang that song. And then there'll be some that everybody's heard of, I think. So
Mike's top 5 would be an honorable mention for me. They did not quite make the list.
Dylon.
I'm going to use
it's Aqua. Oh
God. I'm going to use Spotify as our visual aid for this list tonight so that I can go through their discography and their songs. That just seems the easiest way to do it for me.
Oh, Mike, I thought of something else that really was difficult for me with this too. And I found that I was a little biased in my rankings because there are some bands that I put on here, but they really only had one amazing album. And I found that I didn't eliminate them from my Pub Meeple, but I did find that they fell out of the top 20 because every time it came to it, it's like body of work versus one amazing album that might just push play and listen to the whole thing. And I won't say, I won't give examples just in case it's on anybody else's list because I don't want to step on that. But if they come up, I'm going to be like, okay, for me, one great album, and that was it.
I'm still fighting which one of these two to put as my number 20. And there's not a huge body of work because, well, unfortunately, a lot of very amazing musicians have died over the years.
Oh yeah.
And that has limited the size of their discography. And so, some of them, it's just like, all right, if these are my all-time favorite songs, it doesn't matter.
Sure.
It's got to make the list.
Here's the other thing though. And here's kind of a weird thing too, right? Is if I was going to do my top 20 songs, you would hear from bands that are not on this list.
Oh, absolutely.
Right. Yeah. And sure. Somebody on my list does have a song about what you were just talking about. So
we've definitely got to do some honorables because I gotta say this was more difficult than rating board games. And for me, the reason is because we're not just talking about one thing in and of itself. We're talking about a body of work, which complicates things. It's
Mike.
Okay,
yes.
Is the small body of work so much better than this big body of work that has a bunch of good stuff but no excellent stuff?
Well, and sometimes they can release shit stuff that they fall out of favor a little bit, and it's like, man. I'll try to remember what some of my honorable mentions are because I did Pub Meeple on my iPad. I'm shooting on my iPad, so I hand wrote my list just of my 20. But there's definitely some I'm sure that I'll remember to bring up later on. But
it's And
I'm sure I've forgotten bands. And if I did this list again tomorrow, even
There'd be some differences.
There could be some differences just because it's the day of the week, man.
Right.
Music is so subjective in your mood and what you're feeling that day. And, you know,
that's how I was talking to the guys at work, and it's like, well, how do you quantify? It's like, there'd be like two totally different bands, and I'm like picking against, like, how do you choose between like those two types of things? It's like, they're so different.
I actually found that my top 5, no matter what I did, stayed my top 5. So I've definitely got my go-tos for sure.
So, you know what? That's funny, Mike, is my top 5, I think is also would have been my top 5. Like they were the first 5 I thought of. And, but they might jockey around like just a little bit. My 1 wouldn't go to 5. I can tell you that. But my 2 and 3 might slide around. My 4 and 5 might slide around. You know what I mean? Like a little bit.
My
like
5, 6, 7, and 8 could do a little bit of this.
Yeah. There's some intermingling, right? Yeah, for sure, man.
All right. Well, we have
do you have it?
No, you've got to wait for my list for that kind of music.
Yeah, you do.
We're gonna have.
Man, I should have put the Kentucky Headhunters on my list.
We're gonna have probably 3 bands tonight that nobody has heard of that will be along the same genre as Cannibal Corpse. So
there you go. I will have 1 band on my list tonight, maybe 1 band that you've never heard of, and 1 that you didn't know you knew, but you've heard songs by this person.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
most everybody has heard of mine.
Let's quit delaying the inevitable and let's get into our top 10 bands, starting with Bob's number 10.
All right, my
20. number
10, aka my number 20.
Thank you. I was like, don't do 10. Don't do 10, Bob.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, one thing's for sure. If I was hanging out with Buddy Holly, I wish he had his hash pipe, because Weezer is one of my favorite bands of all time.
Honorable mention.
Seen them in concert, enjoyed them. They just got a great vibe. It's one of those albums I just kind of like can play like, 80-90% of the whole thing. I like
Blue album is start to finish for me.
Sure, there's some spots where I could skip, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, this song again. Right. Yeah. But no, there's a ton of hits. I love them.
Honorable for me, it for my taste, it drops off quite a bit after the Blue album, because the Blue album is, I call them masterpiece albums, meaning I don't skip a track. Yeah. And that is the Blue album, but after that, not so much for me.
I mean, Ratitude's got some good songs. The Red album's got some good songs. There is it
the green one. It's got hash pipe on it. I love that.
On it. Yeah, I like Beverly Hills. I like there's a ton of stuff. Yeah, no, it's great. They were in the running. They just slid out of the top 20. They got displaced by some of these other groups.
Okay. What is
got the Rossi stamp of approval? I'm in. Good.
Hey, there you go.
It's all downhill from there.
That's right.
That would be a fun show, I bet.
Peaking early.
Favorite song off the Blue album?
Favorite song off the Blue album?
Oh God, I love Buddy Holly. I love
Undone.
Yeah, the sweater song. Yeah, hell
yeah. That's just a great one. Like I love singing that one. Like I'm
in the garage.
My pitch is so bad on it. I don't care. I'm gonna belt it out anyway.
I would actually go within the garage is my favorite.
Yeah.
I mean, being a D&D player from the time that came out, like I do enjoy the In the Garage, but when it comes to just like singing and having a good time, though,
Buddy Holly, man, that's a great like driving song.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. My daughter discovered Weezer this year, and they quickly became one of her favorite like go-to bands, replacing Taylor Swift. So,
doing the Lord's work.
Wow, that's tough to do.
Hey, Rivers Cuomo, I guess, that's another great one.
I don't know why this won't change to Weezer's, but let's just there we go.
Yeah, that's fantastic. We used to joke in high school that when you moved to Indiana, you were issued a Weezer album and an IU t-shirt.
Yep.
Nice.
Especially like, so back then I lived in Southern
Whoops,
Indiana,
sorry.
and it was definitely that. It was definitely that.
Nice. Good start. Good start.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and alienate people by naming a band that they probably didn't know that they knew. But I'm going to talk about, in lieu of Halloween, the Zombies. So it's like a 60s band. We Got to Get Out of This Place is the first one that comes to mind. That's probably my favorite zombie song. Yeah, the Zombies. They're great. They are really good. Super awesome vocals. I feel like, people talk about other great bands of the era, and these guys get overlooked just because they didn't have the I don't know, whatever it was that made. I don't want to mention other bands because thank you, because I don't want to step on any picks and anything. But the Zombies are absolutely great. Just amazing classic rock from that era. Just vocals that stand out and are very distinctive. And yeah, man, I just love the Zombies. They're really good. Really good. They're kind of like, I was really torn between like them and Jay and the Americans, because I knew I was gonna have to put like some pseudo obscure 60s groups on there. But the people that know the Zombies know the Zombies. Bob, you recognized it, so
I recognize them. Yeah.
I would have to listen to a song, and I'm sure I've heard them.
You 1,000,000% have, Mike. I guarantee you. You listen to their most favorite 5 songs, and their most popular 5 songs, and you've heard of them. They got a ton of hits.
Nice.
Oh yeah, and there is your cannibal pick. Yeah, so the Zombies.
Technically, that is true.
I had to move. So the Zombies were originally 21 and Van Morrison was 20, and I slid Van out and put in the Zombies because I love Van Morrison, but I have one Van Morrison album that I love, and there's several different zombie records that are really good for me. So like kind of just, it was sort of, again, back to that one album sort of thing. Van Morrison's great. Don't never skip a Van Morrison song when it comes on my playlist, but the Zombies, I'm seeking out sometimes, so. All right, Mike.
Well, let's go back to the 90s, because again, product of the 90s here, graduate of 1998. And I was heavily influenced by distorted guitar and good guitar riffs. And one band that really, really grabbed me was the Stone Temple Pilots.
That have been an honorable mention, Mike. Awesome.
You want to talk about masterpiece albums? The Core album is just like top to bottom. I mean, this whole the whole thing is so good. I mean, how many radio singles did they get off of this? They were like 4 or 5.
They were amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing.
This album was really good. I'm a big fan of Wicked Garden.
That is maybe my favorite STP song, Mike. Yeah, hell yeah. Good pick.
Creep is very good. And of course, why am I forgetting the one that is on the Crow soundtrack?
I forget which one's on the Crow soundtrack.
He's a man, Cracker Man. He's a man, Cracker Man. He's a woman too.
Like over here trying to like listen without
Wicked Garden.
No, that wasn't Wicked Garden.
No, it's not. It's not.
Anyway, STP open for the Chili Peppers. Oh my God.
I did see Purple's really good too. Of course, Interstate Love Song. That's
Interstate
one of my
Love
karaoke songs.
Hell yeah.
Vaseline, excellent. Oh, it's Big Empty.
Big
Empty is on the Crow soundtrack. That is such a great song.
Yeah.
I will also mention, if I saw these bands live, I did see STP live before Scott Weiland died, and that was one of my favorite concerts. That was at the Chicago Theater in Chicago, of course. And we got there super early. This was like 2001, so I'm like I'm like 20, and we're right on the state. We're right on the crowd surfing bar, and I'm screaming every word. And you know how intense Scott Weiland is? Okay, imagine you're screaming every word, and he makes eye contact with you, and he doesn't break it.
Oh.
I'm like, like zone. I'm synced in with Scott Weiland for Wicked Garden. To the point where I'm like, okay, I got to look away. This is getting weird. He is
Nice.
just like
Mike hasn't had that much
that
eye
was the
contact
heroin.
since,
Don't worry, that was the heroin.
was most likely, that dragon that he was chasing. But
even Velvet Revolver
Mike's
wasn't
beard was
bad,
doing
but
this.
STP was better, much better.
yes,
What's that?
I didn't.
Velvet Revolver is super group.
Oh
There's
yeah.
Couple songs off Tiny Music that are okay. I didn't love it. After that, I'm pretty much I don't care about STP.
And
that
Thank You Greatest Hits album is also really, I mean, it's every song you love, like, and a great acoustic version of is it Plush? Anyways, sorry, Mike.
But agreed. Velvet Revolver was great as well.
See you in the future, Steph.
Time travel.
Overrated bands. Oh my God. Let's do those immediately.
Shit. I can do that.
I got one that'll probably be in somebody's top 10.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Let's fight.
Let's do those after the show.
No doubt.
Stick around for the overrated bands.
All right.
We'll see how long this list takes.
Yeah, seriously. All right. Back to Bob for his number 19.
So for my number 19, back in 1999, I saw the Generals gathering in their masses, and I saw Ozzy Osbourne singing for Black Sabbath. And yeah, I love me some classic Sabbath. I've got some vinyls with a bunch of Sabbath on there, and
you saw him live with Sabbath?
Mm-hmm.
Was that at an Ozfest?
Yeah, it sure was.
Yeah,
that was a great Ozfest. Yeah, Marilyn Manson was there. Slipknot was there, and a bunch of other people.
Yeah. Here we go. Overrated bands.
Ooh, what? Which one?
Either. Go for it.
This was an honorable mention for me. It was pretty close. I'm a huge fan of War Pigs. I love that song. I like how bluesy his guitar playing is.
Mm-hmm.
It's got that metal tone, but it's very bluesy, very groovy. Love his style of playing.
I really love, and it's one of the vinyls I have is like the original Black Sabbath album, and the whole like fairies wear boots.
Oh yeah,
and, like, the wizard, with like the harmonica. Like it's great. I love that music.
I saw Ozzy at Ozfest 2001. And then I also did see Black Sabbath with Ronnie James Dio.
Nah, that's what's up. That's cool.
Now I do agree that Ozzy Black Sabbath has the better music. I personally find Dio's voice better.
I like Ozzy with Sabbath more than I like Ozzy's solo career, and I like Ronnie James Dio's solo career better than I liked him with Sabbath.
Interesting.
I agree with that take, actually.
But I'm fine with it, right? Like, unlike Van Halen with anybody other than David Lee Roth, which I hate. Like, if David Lee Roth's not in it, we can't do it.
Yeah. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
No, yeah, I'll have more to add on Sabbath at a later time, because they are higher on my list.
Right on.
Oh.
So here's a good one, I think. And we'll see what everybody else thinks, because this will be a weird one. This is a big divergence from Ozzy and Sabbath. That is for sure. We didn't start the fire, but Billy Joel sure as hell did. I love me some Billy Joel. Years and years and years of amazing Billy Joel songs. Uptown Girl, Allentown. I
did love some Uptown Girl when that video came out.
Dude.
Uptown Girl. I had the small record, like what are they called, little ones? That was a single of that. I had that.
Yes. And he is, unfortunately, like, not good in the way of health. He's had his struggles with alcohol, but I mean, River of Dreams even was really good. But yeah, Pressure, Only the Good Die Young. Somebody that wrote a song exactly what Mike was talking about with like, too bad. A lot of these artists are gone. Yeah, no, it's Billy Joel was somebody that I didn't realize that I liked as many of his songs until I really started to like look at like a Billy Joel catalog, you know, like 15, like, 20 years ago. And it's like, holy hell, like I know all of these songs. And so for me, you know, it has to be up there. It has to be up there. I worked in a bar where at the end of the night, by closing, they played Piano Man and made everybody leave by the end of the song. So you basically had 6 minutes, you know, or whatever it was to get out of the bar.
But you know, that sounds a lot like Stanley from The Office. He's like, I don't know what the song is, but all I know is when I hear it, the day is over. So
yes,
exactly.
Time. Exactly right. Exactly right, man. But yeah, there's so many really, really, really good songs. On the piano, Chris trying to show off here. But yeah, man, you know, he just super talented, great songwriter. He is my East Coast rocker. If you're gonna over the guy from New Jersey, either of them.
I was gonna say, well, let's not spoil people here.
But yeah, so give me Billy Joel, man. Right. Seriously, he's great.
Mr. Mike.
All right, back to me. 19 was tough. There were two classic rock bands that I was really struggling between, and ultimately I went with the band that created two of my all-time favorite songs. And you can give me 3 steps. Give me 3 steps, Mister. Because Lynyrd Skynyrd is my number 19 because Simple Man is one of the greatest songs ever written.
It's great.
And
it's better than Freebird
is one of the greatest guitar pieces ever written. And I absolutely just love those two songs so much that it put them over another classic rock giant for me. Sweet Home Alabama, of course, Tuesday Is Gone, Give Me 3 Steps, all great stuff.
Give Me 3 Steps is my favorite. Is my favorite Skynyrd song. Give Me 3 Steps. I love that song. It just tells a story. It's so
I only knew Give Me 3 Steps by the Electric Amish version of the Give Me 3 Pigs, Mister.
Oh.
Yeah, which is pretty funny. But no, funny story about Freebird. I have never heard the song Freebird before. And I was playing Rock Band. And I'm playing through all the songs on the guitar, and I get to the end, and the crowd is cheering for an encore. They want you to play Freebird. Do you want to play Freebird? I'm like, yeah, sure. Are you sure you want to play Freebird? I'm like, what's the big deal? Yeah, I'll play Freebird. Okay. So I start playing. I'm like, oh, this song's easy. This is great. This is a good song. All of a sudden that solo kicks in, and it just keeps freaking going. I'm like, oh my God, when did this song end? And it just would not stop.
Like, yeah.
The smoke's coming out the top, and sparks everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun, though.
That song will give you arthritis. It's not a very big body of work, unfortunately, but it's very top heavy. And again, those like top 4 to 5 songs just really, really appeal.
Planes are bad and gray. Yeah, you do appreciate top heavy, Bob. All right, Mike.
Are we ready?
Get Bob into his number 18.
Number 18.
I will.
Alrighty. For my number 18, I've never seen these guys in concert. And sadly, we all know that some of those that work forces are the same that burn crosses.
Mm-hmm.
Rage Against the Machine is just a fantastic band. I love all the cool stuff that was it Scott Moreno does with the guitar.
Tom Morello.
Tom Morello.
I was close. I was like this close. But I mean, there's just so many bangers that like I listen to it at work all the time. I gotta be careful because people come in and be like, all right, well maybe I should just skip the songs. He's about to say F you, I won't do what you tell me like 20 times in a row.
or they're
Like-
gonna, or if they actually understand what they're saying, like realize that politically maybe it doesn't align with what they're.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. I just wish they wouldn't go and get political. It's
Yeah.
What machine
Were
do you
you
think they're raging against, bro?
listening?
What's that?
Yeah, were you listening the whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you not know what the machine is?
Yeah.
Yeah, these man.
I do like Renegades of Funk. I know
Yeah,
that's an
you
got the
unpopular
jams,
opinion, but that
Renegades of
song,
Funk.
Renegades of Funk, is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
This
But I mean, what? Bulls on
Turn the
Parade. I mean, there's
radio.
yeah.
Turn it up. Yeah.
There's tons
And
of
there's,
those.
Evil Empire.
this entire album.
Iconic album cover too.
Bulls on Parade. Yeah.
This
Evil Empire
entire
is one of the best album covers of that era. I mean, it stands out.
Yep.
I mean, how about the monk here that lit himself on fire? I mean,
Yeah. Isn't that Gandhi?
No, that's not Gandhi. Gandhi was shot,
Oh yeah.
and not with a flamethrower.
This is how about Wake Up at the end of the first Matrix movie?
Yeah, absolutely. Andrew, what's up, dude?
This is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rage is awesome.
I'll be talking about him in a few weeks.
Nice.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, let's get into the Wayback Machine. And we're going to do a band, a group that I'm sure you guys have never heard of. And I'm fine with that. This is my hipster pick. So I don't like a lot of country western music, but when I do, I do. And Mike made a face. This is Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. This is like an old group from like the 30s and 40s. And it's fiddle and guitar and it's
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, it's an old school Texas.
Yeah.
Yes, it is very
probably more bluesgrass than it is more
Country. Yeah.
Nope, this is country western. This is
Country and western.
That's both kinds of music.
That's both kinds.
Yeah. What kind of music do you play here, ma'am? Oh, we got both kinds,
Both kinds.
country and western.
That's right.
Yeah, man, this is legit country western. I do like bluegrass music. Bluegrass, though, I don't think they've got a banjo. You know what I mean? And bluegrass,
I mean,
you
they're
need to have a
legit. You
banjo.
see that bull's horn over their band up there.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Bob Wills at his Texas Playboys. Stay All Night is one of my absolute, like, as a kid, Stay All Night, Stay a Little Longer.
Cotton Eye Joe.
I mean, that's not the version you know.
I know it's not the version
Yeah.
we know, but was that just like a remake of that song?
No,
Oh, God.
no, it's different.
Thank the Lord.
Big Balls in Cowtown is a funny one. But no, Bob Wills has got the album I recommend if you want to go and just hear some really good ones. It's Bob Wills Rides Again, or the last, and it's like he's really old and at the end of his days, but man, they still got it. This is just something as a kid. My dad had a couple of these records. He did not listen to a lot of country and a lot of, or Western, but for whatever reason, this one was in the playlist, right? In the rotation. I'd pull this record off the shelf. I remember exactly what it looks like. And I'd pull it out, put it on the record player and get it going. And, Kelly, my wife, used to give me a hard time. Like, what is this? Like when it would come on, but now she sings along. So it's like, she likes it. I know she likes it. It's good music.
She tolerates it.
She does. Like me. She tolerates it.
Let's dial it back a little bit.
Yeah, she tolerates it. But yeah, man, Bob Wills and his Texas Playboys. It's just old school. And
matching uniforms, big old tour bus.
Yeah, man. It's too formative for me of a group to not be in my top 20. And it really is sort of like that. There is sort of the like that band from Blues Brothers, the evil country band led by Charles Napier, when they go to Bob's Country Bunker, but the Blues Brothers showed up. It was the Good Old Boys.
Good Old Boys.
Yeah. You guys don't look like the good old boys. Well, ma'am. Oh shit, that's so good. So there we go.
All right.
All right. Well, this is where we start to have some disagreements, but Mike is going to stay in the 70s for a bit.
You're gonna love my next pick, Mike. I'm just gonna tell you.
We are going to hang out in the well, actually, sorry, this is not 70s. This is firmly entrenched in 80s and early 90s. And I'm talking about Van Halen.
Oh, here we're picking the
and
fight.
I like a large body of the work here. Like, yeah, it's very much dominated by what's on this first self-titled album. I mean,
This one in
is
1984, the best. Oh yeah.
This is the masterpiece album. I would just listen to every single track on it. I grew up listening to this. My parents played this more times than I can remember while I was growing up. Just an incredible album. Adam Sandler's movie Little Nicky, when it starts and they play Running with the Devil, love that. Just absolutely love that start to that movie. But
what was the wrestling movie with David Arquette and Oliver Platt, and they're singing "Running with the Devil" in a bus full of nuns, or a car full of nuns? It's pretty fun. Anyways, Rumble, right? Ready to Rumble? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Not a great movie, but
this one's good too. But yeah, I will. I'll continue on to 84. Jump's a classic, but you can't not mention Hot for Teacher.
My all-time favorite
if you
one.
Played Rock Band on drums, and you got arthritis in your knees and ankles afterwards.
Yeah,
yeah, it's a weird like syncopation.
Yeah, there's a weird thing with the
bass drum in there will get you.
There was a
super fast offbeat.
There was a fan in a bathroom at Hacienda, the old Hacienda on the south side in Scottsdale Mall, that would click to the beat of that that snare or whatever, you know. Yeah. And I was like, every time I'd be in there peeing, I'm like, I start singing Hot for Teacher. I don't feel tardy.
Yeah.
I also my pencil. Give me something to write on.
I also do appreciate Van Hagar. So it is what it is. Trying to why can't I remember the one that I'm looking for?
Yeah, I'm not like super up in arms about, you know, either one. I just like saying the line Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
That's legit.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Can't Stop Loving You is a great album or a great song. And there's one other. I'm just drawing a blank on it now. Oh, well, it's fine. Van Halen, great stuff. Again, guitar heavy. I appreciate guys that can play guitar technically and do it well. And Eddie was one of the best.
For sure.
Then you will love my number 17.
Why Can't This Be Love? There we go. That's my favorite Van Hagar song. I love that song.
No, it's a good song. It's just not Van Halen. It's Sammy Hagar. That's my problem, is like Sammy Hagar is a solo act, always has been, and when he is in Van Halen, it is undiscernible from when
he's got the main character energy. He can't be coming over there.
Well, so does David Lee Roth, but with David Lee Roth, I just felt like the guitar stuff was so much more prevalent with like Eruption and things like that.
I mean, that's also because he was much younger, and as guitarists get older, they tend to not play as aggressively. That's a very common theme.
What I hear is excuses, Mike. That's what I hear. Tony Iommi's missing like the fingertips on his one hand.
Going at it.
He still crushes it.
I would recognize an Eddie Van Halen riff after just like half a second. It doesn't matter what genre or what year.
Sure.
He's very recognizable. Okay, back to Bob for number 17.
A long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo,
Yeah.
a band named Tenacious D became a twinkle in the eye of a young man. And I love, this is the first of what you'll probably see many
Comedy
bands,
groups.
yes, comic routines. I love music that's funny.
But the D can play though. That's
but
the
D
difference.
can actually play. Yes, that's what I was saying. Mike was talking about guitar players who are actually technically, good. Like they're good. They're fat, so they're not, super famous. Or
they're good, but they're fat.
Poor Kyle Gass is
Put
fat.
that on the album. Hey, what's wrong with that?
Yeah. But no, there's so many great songs. Like their movie, The Pick of Destiny.
I love it.
Filled with a bunch of bangers. The music tells a great story.
Mm-hmm.
And even like their tribute album, I'm like, they may not have played the greatest song in the world, but they played the tribute to the greatest song in the world.
Dude, that their first album is start to finish. I will listen to that whole thing.
Yeah.
Start to finish, no skips.
Mm.
The Metal is another song that'll give you arthritis on Rock Band.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yep.
The government totally sucks. That seems prevalent.
From now on, we'll travel in tubes. Or I'll kill you with mind bullets.
Mind bullets.
That's telekinesis, Kyle.
Yeah, it's really good. They're shockingly technically sound. Like, really are.
For being like pranksters and dudes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
For sure. For sure. Well, I don't think anybody's going to disagree with this next trio on my list, because even if you've been sabotaged, you need to fight for your right to party, and I am talking about the Beastie Boys. Wow. Let's freaking go. Album after album after album. Just
since
so
back
many
in
good
the day.
things. So many good things. Paul's Boutique, underrated, produced by the Dust Brothers. Paul's
Boutique is fantastic, dude. Eggman, not
dude,
like talking about crack. Like, what do you say? Not like the crack that you put in a pipe, but a crack on your fork is a towel now wipe. Like who rhymes like that,
dude? Mike D and Yao, Tony Yao, and I forget the other one. MCA, yeah. Mm-hmm. They're just awesome. They're great. They check your head, yes. Mm-hmm. They're just so many amazing Beastie Boys songs.
The Paul Revere song,
Paul Revere, dude,
is amazing.
License to Ill is way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time.
Yep.
Even if Brass Monkey is a little problematic now, like it's fine. It's still a fun song.
It's a song.
Girls. I like that song too.
Yep.
Yeah. Paul Revere, though, she did it like this. She did it like that. She did it with a whipple bat.
I'm on the run. The cops got my gun. I'm about to have some fun.
Yes, Dave. Hell yes.
Yeah.
Hell yes.
I had that cassette tape.
Yeah, my sister bought me that tape for my birthday. I don't know, in 86 or 87, and my dad lost his freaking mind. He was so bad. Ill Communication's great. Oh my God.
Sabotage. If you go to not Disney, I think it's Orlando, Universal Studios Orlando, they've got that roller coaster ride. And they've got like all these like songs programmed in there that you can listen to. Like you pick what song you want while you're riding, and they've got it timed so perfectly for Sabotage as you go up and it starts, then right as you hit that hill and it just kicks in the song and it goes off, slipping around,
so
in your ears.
Here's a funny story though, real quick. I have not seen Beastie Boys live, but I have seen the all-female version. She's Crafty, the Beastie Boys tribute band.
Nice.
Live, and Matt and I dressed up like characters from the Sabotage video.
Nice.
When we went, and they loved it. So when they sang Sabotage,
like hard hats and like mustaches.
Well, I had a big old fake mustache, and I was wearing a wig that was like cut real badly, and I had like a big brown leather trench coat, and shirt and a tie. It was awesome.
Oh, okay. Oh, the Sabotage. Yeah. I was thinking.
No. I went to Sabotage. We went as 70s cops.
Nice. Yeah.
So that's hell yeah, man. Shake your rump.
That's that's a good one. Definitely wore out Ill Communication, and Hello Nasty came out like right as I got to college, and Body Moving and Intergalactic. Yeah, definitely. We're at a lot of parties, and
Hell yeah.
I'm just gonna say, if I knew it was gonna be that kind of party, I'm gonna stick my dick in the mashed potatoes.
Nice.
All right, Mike, what do you got for 17?
All right. So it actually took me a bit before I realized how much I love this band. When I was younger, I didn't quite get it. I had to get a little bit older before I really came to appreciate Led Zeppelin.
Oh, dude, I will talk about them in a few weeks. So I'll just sit here quietly.
So what did it for me? Like, I had heard, of course, all their songs have been on the classic rock stations for decades. But what really won me over is when they came out with the How the West Was Won album. And every single one of their best songs were all on 2 discs. Or was it 3 discs?
I think it's 3 and they're all the live versions.
And I'm like, wait a minute. I love all these songs. How did I not realize? And it just like mind blown. And like, this was all I needed to listen to from Led Zeppelin. It was everything you needed on one set of discs, and the live version, because this made me realize Jimmy Page is a better performer than he is a songwriter. In their live versions, they just give him a few minutes and say, hey, just play a solo here. He is amazing live. I had never got to see him, but just this album made it very clear that he was a better player than he was songwriter. I also really love offbeat stuff, so I love The Ocean. The Ocean is one of my favorite songs. I just love the offbeat to that.
John Bonham, John Paul Jones. I mean, this whole band is just stacked.
My favorite, though, is Over the Hills and Far Away. That is definitely my song.
I love Branham Your Stomp, but I'm not sure that that's on the How the West Was Won. I know that's on Led Zeppelin 3, also known as Zoso. Again, I'll talk about it in a few weeks. Passionately.
Yeah.
But I'm glad this is on a list, Mike. Yeah, hell yeah. And you picked the right album, dude. You picked the right album.
It took me, like I said, this was 2003. So that was when I realized, I was like, oh shit, I do really like Led Zeppelin. This was not like in high school. This was after college, and this album comes out, and I'm like, I'm a fool. So there you go. Led Zeppelin number 17.
Yeah. Oh, so good. All right, let's slide into 16 then. Let's get in there.
From here on out, for me, it's going to get a little weird.
Same.
Real weird with it.
My next 2 are weird.
So the funny story I like to tell about my number 16.
Peace out, Chris.
Pick.
Good to see you.
Is I bought this album by mistake, thinking it was somebody else, and I listened to it, and I was like, "This is not what I wanted." Dismissed it for like months. Finally, I pulled it back out, and I was listening to it. Like, this is freaking amazing. Actually, I had a chance to catch this 2-person group here in South Bend at the State, back when it was called the State.
Oh wow!
And so I'll give you the lyric, because this also hit pretty hard for a breakup kind of songs, right? Where it says, I'm not mad, I'm just bored. And everything I do is only because there's nothing much else left for me to do. And that includes you.
Oh, damn.
And Local H is a great 2-man group. They rock out hard. They've got some great lyrics. Like that's from Fritz's Corner. But it hit me at the right time, right place when I actually did listen to it. And yeah, I would like to see them again. They actually just toured. A buddy of mine just saw them in Kentucky like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that first album, look at those. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from the first album. Those are all good songs. So.
Yeah, I remember these now. I definitely knew the band. I was like, what songs do I recognize from these guys? Definitely High Fivin'.
You High Fivin', motherfucker. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely remember that one. That
Mhm.
was
That was one of their
this
big
one.
ones on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
But something that was like you'd hear, if you heard them, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, okay."
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Fritz's Corner though,
Wow.
you get a chance. It's a great song.
Oh,
Wow.
hey, Stafio says he's on board. They're on board
How
with
about
everything
that?
Bob has picked so far. Hell
Don't
yeah.
worry, I'm ready to disappoint.
All right, so I'll take my weird pick now. But this is a band that I like. What's funny is I bought it was the right band, but I bought the wrong CD first, but loved it. And it was really kind of raw. It was their first album, and then their second album was really good as well. But I'm going to talk about the Eagles of Death Metal. Peace Love Metal is the first album of theirs that I really like, and then Death by Sexy is also really good. I just and it's I forget it's Jesse, and then Josh Homme is from Queens of the Stone Age. So like he kind of does double duty, and but he's not actually on the Peace Love Metal album, which like I Only Want You and Miss Alyssa, like those, it's that blue and pink album cover that you see there. Whore Hump and Stomp is a really good one. San Bernardino Sunburn, awesome song. Boys Bad News, great song. Cherry Cola is a good song. Love LA, I think that's what it's called. Wanna Be in LA is a great song. These guys are really unique, really weird, and I love it. It's one of those weird like bands that I wish I lived in LA, because this would be like you go to a small club and you see this band play and you'd be like, oh, cool. You know what I mean? Like I just have to imagine they're amazing live. I actually discovered them because I saw them on Conan O'Brien way late at night, and I was like, must find their music, like, because they
in between the smoking dog and the masturbating bear.
Listen,
Tim found the
Triumph between Triumph and the masturbating bear is my all-time favorite Conan character. Both of them are probably maybe tied, but masturbating bear is pretty amazing. But yeah, Peace Love Death Metal is a great, very raw album. So if you have to kind of like that raw sound, I do, because it felt very punk rock. I preferred Eagles of Death Metal when Bob Wills was lead singer. Nice, Dave. Well done, sir. The Eagles of Death Metal also had a brief moment of fame when they were touring with Guns N' Roses during their Chinese Democracy tour, until they got into a fight with, guess who? Axl Rose.
What?
And then then he called them the Eagles of Shit Metal. And then they stopped touring together. Oh, Pimpbot is great, Staffio. Yes. But Eagles of Death Metal, I really like them a lot. It's just a band that if they ever came around, they pretty much stick out on the West Coast. But man, if they ever came this way, that's a drop everything for me to go see them just once. Because it wouldn't be a big venue. It'd be a small venue in Chicago or Indy.
Yeah, like the Metro or something.
Yeah. And but yeah, they're awesome. I actually turned Kelly onto them. She legit likes them. So yeah, they're good. They're really good.
I have not listened to them.
I would listen to like Wanna Be in LA. It would be the one for sure that I would start. And then the I Want You So Hard is really good also. Like I would say that if you listen to those and you like them, then start digging around. And I think you'll find other songs you like. If you don't like either of those songs, you're probably those would be the entry level, right? Like to get in. And if those don't do it for you, then you're fine.
Just stay out.
Yeah, just stay out.
All right, Mike.
All right. Time for me to get a little weird, and eventually there was going to be some metal on the list. It's not how much. It's not.
I have death metal. How did I have death metal on before Mike did?
Well, mine's higher up.
Well, mine's not really death metal. They're not really death metal. Go on.
There's a reason that like Swedish metal is a very popular thing. And there's a whole bunch of bands that make Swedish metal what they are, but one of the kind of core Swedish metal bands for me is In Flames.
Oh.
How many
And
churches did you have to burn down to get to this? Oh, that's a Swedish metal thing. Sorry.
I almost saw them live. This was 2 years ago. I had tickets and they had visa issues and couldn't even show up, and they had to replace them with some band I didn't even give a crap about. But In Flames is very melodic. They're not just like heavy. They are, but they're also very melodic. That's one of the kind of driving factors of Swedish metal, is that there's technical guitar work, and they don't just play fast. They're just very melodic. There's a lot of solos and interesting picking methods and things like that. In Flames goes way back. I mean, their best stuff for me, I mean, these guys have been around a long time. If I go to my favorite albums, I've got to go all the way back to 96.
96. It's so long ago.
90,
Terrible.
97, 99. The thing is, they're still playing, though. They still tour. They're still making music. And you guys may remember a song called Take This Life, which was on Rock Band, by the way.
I think so.
Yeah, Take This Life is a great song, but I definitely prefer their older albums. I don't listen to them as much as I used to, but man, there's like 3 albums that I would listen to weekly for years. So In Flames, go ahead, putting Swedish metal on the map.
There you go. It's a thing. It's
Yeah.
happened.
All right, we're gonna keep getting weird. All right, number
Very
15. Half react. I'm trying to figure out who it was.
Anyways, speaking of weird, I just have this uncontrollable urge to put Devo at number 15.
Honorable mention.
I love how weird they are. I love their videos. The songs are catchy. Uncontrollable Urge is one of my favorite songs to sing. And I don't just sing it, like I make it my own. It's one of those songs that, like, when I do it, I'm not doing it to match, the singer. I'm doing it my own way. And songs that I can do that kind of stuff to, like, to me, like, it means it's hitting me hard. It's like, yes, this guy might have wrote it and it means something to him, but then when I sing it my own way, my own version, my own take on it, like, it cuts deeper for me. So love me some Devo.
Hey, is it inappropriate to just shout out right now that we just got a Patreon member?
What?
Hey!
Whoop, 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 whoop. Thank you, whoever you are.
I'll say off camera just in case they want to remain
Mr. Anonymous.
Right.
Yes.
Anonymous.
Hip hop anonymous.
Yes, right.
We'll talk about them later.
Anonymous.
Later, couple weeks.
All right. So yeah, Devo.
Oh my God, Devo. So good. Okay. This is maybe the most questionable one on my list because they're kind of a band, but they're only a band because of the movie. Well, technically, I guess they played music before, and they have played music together in another form.
I know what it is.
But Spinal Tap is my number 15. Just absolutely one of my all-time favorite movies to begin with. But this is Spinal Tap is so good. Actually, the sequel is really good too.
I like their alter ego better.
Yeah, the Folksmen. You like the Folksmen better?
The Folksmen are great.
Yeah, but tonight I'm going to rock you tonight. Big Bottom, Sex Farm, Hellhole. I mean, Stonehenge. There's so many amazing just Spinal Tap songs. Christmas with the Devil, their song America is really funny. Yeah, man, like they are legitimately talented musicians. This is Michael McKean, Christopher Guest, and Harry Shearer playing David St. Hubbins, Nigel Tufnell, and Derek Smalls, and then random drummers because they keep dying. But yeah, they're badass. They are absolutely badass, and I just love them. And again, one of my all-time favorite movies. It's a fake rock documentary called This is Spinal Tap, directed by Rob Reiner. What was that, like 84, 83 when that came out? Launched these guys' careers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, they're legitimately talented musicians doing really funny music. And yeah, and then when they do in A Mighty Wind, they have formed they are different characters. But it's the same three guys in a band, and they are the Folksmen, and they are amazing as the Folksmen as well. But technically, I don't have a Folksmen album, but I've got like 3 Spinal Tap albums. So Spinal Tap will win out, but these guys as musicians can be on my list any day of the week. Take your pick.
Nice. Yeah, I enjoy them, but not that much. And like I said, I prefer the Alter Ego.
Yeah. Folksmen are great. I'm not going to fight you on the Folksmen, dude. They're great. Eat at O's. Yeah. Well. Yes, but you've got Cups and Cakes and Give Me Some Money, and yeah, listen to the Flower People. There's so many good songs on that This is Spinal Tap album.
Mr. Mike.
I don't think I've really listened to him.
Oh, just listen to Tonight I'm Gonna Rock You Tonight. Like, I think that's like a great, and that, yeah, watch the movie. Just watch the movie. It's amazing. Because they literally
October horror theme.
They are literally spoofing, like, if you know, you will recognize some of the bands. You may not like recognize all the people that they're making fun of, but they are legitimately like recreating things that have happened to other bands or that have been said and done by other bands that are very famous.
Nice. Okay, we're gonna stay heavy. There's just gonna be more and more of that the higher up we go.
Yeah, we are. Yep.
So we're gonna talk about one of the bands that got me into modern metalcore, and this is Miss May I. They are from Troy, Ohio, by the way.
Okay.
And so I'll talk a little bit about subgenres when it comes to metal. Swedish metal, known for being melodic.
If I was from Ohio, I'd sing like that too. Please continue.
Yeah, that's true. Metalcore. One of the main things about metalcore is that you will usually have somebody that screams and growls, and you'll also have sometimes the same person, but in this particular band, the second person that also sings.
Like 311. Sorry, continue.
2 vocalists, but not exactly a screamer and a singer.
A rapper and a singer.
More like a rapper and a singer.
Yeah.
I got another one of those later. But really good guitar work, great drum work. They've been through some lineups, but they are still going strong. I have been listening to these guys since probably about 2010.
Is it always the same vocalist, or when the lineups have changed?
The vocalist is the only original member still in the band, actually.
Okay.
But I've listened to their new stuff and I still like it because they're pulling guitarists from other really good bands.
Oh, hell yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So, I don't know. These guys are kind of like one of the more unheard of metalcore bands. But I just think they do what they do very, very well, and they are consistent from one album to the next.
Hell yeah.
Miss May I.
I feel like I've heard of them.
Yeah, not that popular, and I still haven't seen them live, but I'm still trying to. I think they're awesome.
All right, who?
Okay, back
Number
to
14.
Bob for 14.
All righty. Here's where it starts to get a little goofy. But you know, when I'm down to just my socks, what time it is.
Oh, I'll talk about this next week.
It's
or 2
business
weeks.
time.
It's a couple weeks from now. Hell yeah.
But the Flight of the Conchords is another fantastic kind of comedy band. A couple of guys from New Zealand. They have a show that was a couple of seasons on HBO.
What's Britt's last name?
Mackenzie.
Mackenzie. Jermaine Clement and Britt Mackenzie. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you'll recognize Jermaine Clement. He was he did the crab in Moana. He wanted to be shiny, so you will recognize his voice. But they have got
No, keep going.
A couple of albums that are fantastic. So the live one they have, to me, the versions on there are they're different, right? It was earlier in the career, and they've changed some of the songs, I think, for the better for their.
I like their studio stuff better than the live album.
Yeah, the studio stuff is better. So the Flight of the Conchords album and I Told You I Was Freaky are the two better albums. The live in London, some of the versions don't quite match. Like to me, it throws me off because I know, the ones I know.
Yeah, you're singing to those other rhythms, right? And cadences.
Right, and they change it up. I don't care for that.
Yeah.
But still, they're freaking hilarious. Songs about Lord of the Rings, songs about, the most beautiful girl in the room. Just all types of hilarious goodness there.
I'll talk about them in a few weeks.
And true story.
And fashion is a danger.
It is. And there's a lot of images of Tim and I showing that.
Yes. There is. There is.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, I love Conchords. Did you know about Conchords before I got into them, Bob? Or did we share that experience together?
I think it was basically at the same time because I had heard of them, like I had seen it, and then you had talked about it, and then it was like, oh yeah.
And then we kind of dug in, right? Yeah. That's kind of how I remembered it, but I didn't want to put something out there that wasn't true. Because I thought it was kind of like, have you heard of this? And you're like, yeah, I think, and then we really, really, really started getting into it. But yeah, hip hop-opotamus.
Yep.
My lyrics are bottomless. Man, I just wish a mother would sell an apple to a kiwi.
That's right.
All right.
I had no idea that was these guys. I was actually quoting Big Daddy.
With which one?
Hip Hop Anonymous.
No, they're the hip hop-opotamus.
Yes, he's a hip hop-opotamus. His flows are like off the top of this esophagus.
Yeah, flows that glow flows that glow like phosphorus, popping off the top of this esophagus. I'm not a large water-dwelling mammal.
Would you hear that preposterous hypothesis? Did Steve tell you that, perchance?
Steve.
And the best part is that they do it with a New Zealand accent, which makes
it's even better. It is amazing. Leggy Blonde, even Reese Darby has got like amazing songs on there. Jim Gaffigan is on one of the songs.
Jim Gaffigan makes an appearance. He sure does. Yeah, he's his friend.
Well, till the very end.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we could segue because these guys, Fly the Conchords, did a whole episode about this guy coming and telling them to do naughty things.
Nice.
Be good. This is the spaceman himself, the legend, the Goblin King, Jareth, and I am talking about David Bowie, who is just freaking fantastic, transformative.
Out of space, or do they smoke AstroTurf?
Hanging out with the McJaggernauts. Anyways,
it's pretty cool.
Bowie is just transcendental, man. He's amazing, and has gone through so many different evolutions. Has stayed relevant without trying. I think that's sort of like his. I'm Afraid of Americans. His crossover with 9 Inch Nails was an amazing song, right? So very few people can be an icon in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and early 2000s so effortlessly.
It sounds so good that Vanilla Ice stole the rhythm.
Well, that was partially from Queen too, but yeah.
Sure.
Well, I mean, I think a great sign that you're relevant is when multiple artists steal your stuff. such as Let's Dance, which was used by Diddy many years later.
Yeah, well, Diddy did a lot of things he shouldn't have. That's probably the least offensive thing
Allegedly.
that Diddy did. Well, no, he got convicted
diddle.
of most of it or parts
No,
of
I
it.
thought you let him go.
No, he got some charges.
No, he's got some charges.
He caught some charges on that.
Not as serious as we were hoping, though.
Yeah,
Like
for real.
4 years max.
For real. Yeah, we'll talk about Diddy in a few weeks. Just kidding. Just kidding. Man,
No instruments.
The look from Bob. I mean, if anybody's better at stealing other people's stuff, Diddy would be at the top of the list.
No, nobody is better at stealing people's stuff.
He is the best. But David Bowie, man, Major Tom, I mean, all the way from Major Tom. And I would you can find some just really great deep cuts off of those David Bowie early albums that like songs you've never heard and you will listen to, and they'll start to fall into your regular rotation, you know, and then obviously the man's greatest hits, you know, could fill a library. He's fantastic. And yeah, gone way too soon. He was part of that 2016, everything went to shit and all the amazing people started dying. But yeah, man, David Bowie, just a transcendental human being. Loved him. And his son, Duncan Jones, makes movies. So he made the Warcraft movie, which nobody liked. I didn't watch. But he also did a really good science fiction movie with Sam Rockwell called Moon. So yeah. David Bowie's real name, it was David Jones, and he changed it to Bowie because of Davy Jones from the Monkees. So there's your trivia. Bowie. All right, Mike. It's about as far from metal as like death metal as you can get, but I'll bring it back around with my next pick.
I got another one, but not yet. We're gonna stay weird.
Get
You know, they say as you get older that you get stuck in your ways and you stop looking for new music because all the old music is better than the new music. My number what are we on? 14? My number 14 I found last year. And I was absolutely blown away by this genre of music. And I haven't found anybody else that does anything remotely close. And I'm talking about a band called Dance with the Dead. So these guys are actually a synthwave band. So they use synth, except that they have two guitar players. They used to use a drum machine for all their songs, but now they actually tour. They tour with a live drummer. And so synthwave basically uses, these guys in particular use metal distorted guitars, but the samples that they use sound very 80s. It's a wild mixture of music. It's like
Mike,
these 80s samples with metal riffs.
Give me like an entry point song, because I'm gonna like add one to my playlist. Dance of the Dead?
Yeah, Dance with the Dead.
Try
Diabolic.
Okay. Because this sounds really interesting to me.
I sent this to you a while ago, and I don't know if you checked it out. But
well, listen, I'm a bad friend.
You said
Diabolic,
also,
right?
If you can't tell by their album covers, they are very horror movie influenced.
Oh, dude, I'm in.
They actually have a song that samples the Halloween theme song.
Yeah.
This one. Yeah, they got John Carpenter credited.
Hell yeah. Well, John Carpenter makes synth music as well. So yeah.
Hex, there are dozens of great songs by these guys, and I've just never really heard anything like this before. Like, I've definitely listened to some bands that use some sampling, and some orchestra and some symphony. But these guys just do it extremely well. They're out of a Chicago suburb. I need to see them live big time.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's cool. My Clark, my son, has been getting into Daft Punk. So which is weird because he's 8. but
Nice.
some synthwave stuff, right? Like if I can like find some stuff and it's got like a little more edge to it, like nothing wrong with Daft Punk, but like I've heard the same 10 songs now, like, you know, over and over. So if I can find a couple other things I might be able to sneak in that kind of give me a vibe, like I'm in.
Evan mentioned Dead Can Dance. I don't know them.
And he also said Daft Punk is playing at my house. Like
Yeah,
the French dudes
must-
are there, or you because I thought they broke up, but I guess they were just hanging out at
Oh.
Evans.
Or is
Yeah,
it just somebody saying around the world on repeat?
Yeah, it could be that or Robot Rock.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. I'm just glad that my kids are like developing musical tastes, right? You know, that are interesting.
Absolutely. All right, back to Bob for number 13.
So for my number 13, today is the greatest day I've ever known.
Ooh.
Honorable mention. Oh shoot, they're so good.
Appropriate for the season to smash some pumpkins.
Mm-hmm.
I love Smashing Pumpkins. Saw them in concert. I was front row center and saw them down in Indy. That was back when Garbage was big. They opened up for them, and it was a fantastic. So I got the Zero shirt and everything while I was there. And yeah, it just
You know the best thing about Billy Corgan, honestly, he's a diehard Cubs fan.
They're from Chicago, right?
Yeah.
I've heard he's kind of a jerk, but like it's
I
somebody who was kind of a jerk.
I think that and I think what 30 years ago he was, but I think he is definitely mellowed out, and I don't think that applies anymore. To be fair, Charlwood, we missed you at Tabletop. I hope you're feeling better, sir. He said he was not feeling good yet.
Bummer.
Now how hipster is this? Hold on. How hipster is Evan's comment right here? I mean, I saw Smashing Pumpkins, but I saw him in Paris.
Yeah.
You dirtbag. I love you.
Wow.
I love it. Only Evan would have a story like that, right?
Wait.
Good stuff. Very distinctive sound, especially with Billy's voice. Today is one of my karaoke songs.
I
Zero,
love
great track.
Bullet with Butterfly Wings. I know that's an easy pick, but man, that song, just the transition, and it just gets so angry. Man. The world is a vampire. Dun, 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 dun. Right? I mean, it just the way that it goes in, and it's amazing.
And God is empty, just like me. That's pretty good.
Well done, sir. Well done. Love it. Love it. Okay. My 13, I realize, is completely coincidentally appropriate because of 13. It's Taylor Swift. Just kidding. It's not Taylor Swift.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
What's funny is Diddy didn't shut it down, but Taylor Swift.
I used to listen to Diddy, so a lot.
I would go on the record and say that I have hated Diddy ever since Biggie died, because I felt like, to me, even at my young age, I was like, this dude is just cashing checks on his dead buddies. Like,
oh God,
name.
all the stuff he put out, post-mortem was.
Oh, I hated it. And I had a friend pass away like right around the same time, and there were people that I knew that were like, oh, that song, and I'm like, no, F this song, F those guys, like, no, I hate it. But no, really though, 13 is my Black Sabbath. That's where they're at. Black Sabbath, number 13. Fairies Wear Boots. I mean, that song is amazing. The Wizard.
It's almost like 2 songs, but yeah.
It is. It is 2 songs, right? Sweet Leaf, Laguna Sunrise, Paranoid. I mean, there's so many Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, NIB is one of my favorite. Children of the Grave, obviously War Pigs is
I love the Wizard, man. That
dude, the Wizard.
It's
Is that the Wizard? I think that's the
No.
Wizard.
Is it? No.
Yeah, just keeps walking, never talking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the drums, right? Yes. Like, give me Ozzy pissing on the Alamo every day of the week. This is my heavy metal. Like, I know Mike loves the new metal stuff, and like death metal, but like for me, if I'm going to go heavy metal, like this, it's that old Sabbath before they kicked Ozzy out, and they should have, because he was problematic at the time, had his problems. But goddamn, they just had magic together. They absolutely, hell yeah. I had that cassette tape. Yeah. Yeah. Scary ass album cover.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's happening.
$8 at Orbit.
Oh, yeah. Surprised you made it past the bong section to get over there.
You got some Paranoid.
Yeah, Paranoid. Hell yeah. Sweet Leaf. Yeah, there's just lots of great songs on there.
Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's a little bit different.
Yeah, that's different. Bone.
Yeah.
I miss my Uncle John. Anyways, Black Sabbath is my number 13. Absolutely love it.
Man, I haven't busted these things out in so long.
Good one. Good.
All right, Mike.
All right. Let's
hit us with Lucky 13.
Yeah, let's get into something that people know a little bit here. These guys have been doing. Let's talk about a duet here. This would be my favorite duet because these guys have just made so many fantastic songs. This is going to be nothing like anything else on my list, and I'm talking about the Black Keys.
Dude, honorable mention. Absolutely love.
Melanie was so into these guys.
I love the Black Keys. I
They're
really
so
like
good.
bluesy guitar, but I like a more rock style bluesy guitar.
Just the perfect amount of distortion on this guitar, Mike. Oh,
yeah.
So good.
I mean, the amount of reverb this dude puts on is, there's so much good stuff, and I don't like the poppy stuff as much, but there's still some really good stuff. Tighten Up is one of them.
Tighten Up's amazing.
Poppy. But that's a great song. I really like this. Where the heck is it? I really like the Delta Cream album, which is a whole cover album, and it's all blues. Really, really good album. But man, there is so much good stuff to pick from here.
Gold on the Ceiling. Yeah, there's so many good.
Gold on the Ceiling. We're gonna go. Like way back to the old stuff. Oh, the Thick Freakness album.
Yes, that album is so good. Yes. Black Keys are amazing.
Yeah, the one issue I have is I have a terrible time remembering their song names because they often do not use the song names in the song.
Yeah.
Because they're hipsters.
But yeah, tons of great stuff.
Yeah, that album right there.
Yeah,
hell yeah,
that's a really good one.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Are
they brothers? Or are they just dudes?
No.
Okay.
Just dudes. Funny you mentioned that.
Hey, brothers.
I'm on the Brothers album. Yeah, Tighten Up. Howlin' for You, really good.
Yeah, Howlin' for You. Dude, Howlin' for You is so good. It is. That song, to me, that song sounds like that song could be 30 years old. You know what I mean? Like, they have a weird timeless quality to a lot of their songs, man. I don't know how they do it, but
that's exactly what it is. It sounds like their stuff came straight out of the 70s.
Yeah.
El Camino's
El Camino's a badass album. Oh yeah, Turn Blue's good.
There's so many. I'm just scrolling up just because it's like I can't stop finding good albums for them.
You won't.
One of those where I have one playlist that is just their entire discography, and you can listen to it from like I can start it from the time I get to work and it'll still be playing when I leave. And I have not listened to all of the songs on there because their body of work is massive.
They're prolific, dude. Yeah, great pick, Mike. Great pick. I'm never skipping a Black Keys song when it comes on my playlist. Never.
And Low High is really good. Oh God. All right. I'm done. I would love to see these guys live. I have not.
Oh yeah, same.
I think they're touring right now, or they were recently this summer.
All right, Hoop. We're gonna throw it for number 12. Mike, we got a graphic for that.
Graphics me.
Yeah, 2? As a matter of fact, we do.
So my number 12 is probably the one I'll get the most flack for.
Oh, you putting on makeup for this one?
What's that?
You putting on makeup for this one?
Yes. Because while I have been to like 30 some different shows, Serial Slaughtering Stranglers, Juggling Juggalos, Folded Fat, Floppy Titty Freak, I see fucking peas in the house. I love me some ICP. I listened to a shit ton of it back in the 90s.
Hey, let your freak flag fly.
That's right. I've been to a gathering of the Juggalos. I was at the second gathering of the Juggalos, actually. And I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of misses. But some of those albums, like the Great Malenko, the Riddle Box, like start to finish, I can listen to the whole thing on those. And I don't know. I love that it's funny, right? I like the wickedness of it, the whole like creepy clown vibe they have. You know, getting sprayed with Faygo at a concert is just, it's refreshing because they use diet at least so you don't get sticky. And but they call it a Juggalo family, and it's kind of true, right? Like when you go to one of those concerts, like I've been like in one of their little mosh pits and people getting, pushed around, beat up, but somebody gets knocked over, everybody's stopping, they're clearing the room, they're helping people up, like people have cars that break down, they're helping each other out. Like it's a community, man. And if you felt, we felt like out of place, and you always felt like you had a place when you went to a Juggalo show.
I mean, that's the appeal, right? And good on them. Yeah. Good on them, because that is, everybody needs to be able to feel comfortable somewhere, and if you want to label them as like the freaks and the misfits, and then, that's fine. They embrace that. That's not an insult, for them. And yeah, I've heard that a lot, and I've seen other like docs and things, and I've interviews, and all of that bears out, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So
yeah, you're
not
getting
been in a while, don't get me wrong. But
you're not getting the douchebags at a gathering of the Juggalos that you're getting at a Limp Bizkit concert, right? Like
for sure.
At least not like that era Limp Bizkit. Limp Bizkit now is more a little bit of a different animal, but
yeah.
Even though their bassist, rest in peace, right? He just passed. But
yeah.
All right. I'm going back to the classics for my number 12. And 5-1, you're going to get a Peace Frog when you get the Roadhouse Blues. And I'm talking about the Doors, baby. Let's go.
Okay.
I love the Doors, man. The songwriting, Jim Morrison's lyrics, just the weird variety of tones and styles that you will get when listening to the Doors, right? 5-1 is my favorite Doors song. It's long, it's weird, it's discordant at times. But man, it is angry and political and bitter, and really, really, really spoke to me at the time, especially the time when I was hearing it, right? You feel disenfranchised. LA Woman's awesome, Light My Fire, Riders on the Storm, People Are Strange, like, Jim Morrison, yeah, he was a weirdo. He had issues. We're not gonna like put him on a pedestal or anything, but yeah, man, there's just some absolutely amazing songs on there. Waiting for the Sun is another one that I love. Was it the Alabama song? I really like that one a lot. Yeah, it's just the Doors, but the Doors are the Doors. You know them. You've heard their songs. Strange Days is a good one.
I even like the what is Weird Al call it when he does a song in their style?
Oh, it's a pastiche.
A pastiche.
Yes.
Yeah,
His
that's
Craigslist Doors pastiche is
it's really good.
Criminally underrated.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the Craigslist song. Because it feels so Doors-ish.
Does. You'd think it was the Doors.
This. Tim, when I said I was really struggling on 2 classic rock bands for my number 19, I picked
Doors.
Skynyrd. The other one was the Doors.
Fair.
So very high honorable mention. Love the Doors.
So like Skynyrd, I attribute more to like fart rock, and the Doors I feel like is just, you know, different. But and I say fart rock lovingly because I like fart rock, but it's the Billy Bobs that it's more the people that are into Skynyrd where it's like a lifestyle, you know, for them versus I can appreciate this musically and I just like the songs, you know. But
well, yeah, I mean, we could do without some of the racist iconography, I suppose.
Well, sure.
I still like
that's our
rock,
heritage, Mike. How dare you? How dare you? But yeah, man, give me the Doors. My number 12.
All right, let's get weird again. This will be my last weird one of the night.
Well, my 11 is going to be really obscure, but I guarantee you guys have heard this guy and you didn't know it. So,
all right. We got to talk about another metal band. These guys are called Born of Osiris. I finally got to see them live for the first time. Actually, get out your bingo card. The weekend that I flew out to Alaska, my buddy Dustin and I stopped in Hobart, and I got to see Born of Osiris.
That's cool, man.
I was actually kind of okay. So hit and miss on the live performance here because they sounded great. Like the vocalist, there's 2 vocalists. They've got a screamer and they've got a singer. And they were really trying to hype up the crowd, and they had a lot of energy and they were bouncing back and forth. I was really trying to get the lead guitar player's attention, and I kept screaming his name between songs. The entire concert, that lead guitar player had his head down and was looking at his guitar the whole time.
Wow.
And when he was done, he would turn around, he'd look at his bandmates, and they go back to looking straight down at his guitar. No, I get it. You're playing very technical pieces. He plays a lot of solos and he uses a lot of advanced picking methods. So like, okay, you got to concentrate, but at least like look up.
No stage presence. No stage presence.
Like he had no stage presence. And I thought he was my favorite part of the band. They did make a recent album this year. And it was not that good compared to their other stuff. Oh wow!
Sorry, I'm laughing at Evan's stuff.
And then it turns out the lead guitar player left the band, so that is probably why that album is not that good. There's not the same syncopation there used to be with some of their older stuff. But they have a song from I believe it's the Eternal Rain album here. There's a solo that was my ringtone for probably 7 years straight. So there you go. Born of Osiris, not very well known, but I like that they use sampling. They use some synth, they use some symphony. They have some orchestral stuff going on in their songs. And I like that mixture. I like an ambiance behind just the band playing. It adds a whole extra depth to the whole arrangement. Born of Osiris. All right, our last one of the night. Back to Bob for number 11.
All right. So back to actual, bands and whatnot. Though his mind is not for rent, don't put him down as arrogant. He reserves a quiet defense, writing out the day's events. The river. But Rush is fantastic.
Neil, the
Rush.
drums of life.
The drums of life. Not now, Neil. Love me some Neil Peart. He's one of my favorite drummers. I love his fills. He's got like all these drums that he's surrounded by. He uses every single one. And it's just fantastic. I love me some Rush. 2112 is great. That's probably my favorite album of theirs. But yeah, Tom Sawyer, great song. Is
YYZ.
What's that? Oh yeah, YYZ.
Yeah.
And then there was what's the other one that I listen to all the time too by them? Oh crap, I'm drawing a blank on the name of it now. But I love me some Rush, man. I hear the drums going, and I'm like, I mean, even like the 2112, like, you know, the overture, like the normal song or whatever, is fantastic. So, and long.
Great pick. This was an honorable for me. I mentioned I like offbeat stuff, and I really like technical playing, and Rush is one of the best.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of the song "The Trees," where he talks about the troubles in the forest, and how some of the trees are revolting. Really, really deep lyrics on that one. Great pick. Spirit of the Radio, great song.
Closer to the heart.
Yeah, of course. Man. I mean the riff, the main riff on Working Man. Oh my God.
Call me the working man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, let's talk about some rock bands some more, huh?
Yeah, I know, right? Damn it. I heard there's going to be a new one coming out. Well, we'll see.
We'll see. We'll see.
I'm not going to hold my breath.
Great pick. I ended up with them at 26.
Okay.
All right, guys. So this will be the last country music. Technically, he's country, but he's not really. Act on my list. If I told you, hey, guys, Roger Miller, you're going to go, who? But if I said one of the best old school Disney animated movies, Robin Hood, and you heard Alan Adale singing Robin Hood and Little John, that is Roger Miller. Roger Miller is King of the Road. Roger Miller is
King of the Road.
Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, dang me. Roger Miller was an amazing comedic country singer, supremely talented, absolutely amazing. And this dude is badass. He was great. He joked about not being able to quit smoking, and then unfortunately died in the 90s at like the age of 56 from lung cancer. So, or maybe it was throat cancer. Still, one of those things.
Yeah.
But anyways, this guy is totally underrated, was an integral part of my childhood, and just had a great singing voice, and was an amazing guitar player as well. So Roger Miller had to be on the list just for those contributions. And again, right? Robin Hood, the dilly dally, whatever, like all of those, all that stuff, all the music he did in the old Robin Hood animated thing, and and then his other songs as well. So I'm just gonna say Roger Miller is one of those dudes. Kind of like an honorable mention of mine would have been Jerry Reed, who is also a country singer. He did Eastbound and Down. He did theme from Smokey and the Bandit, and has a ton of other amazing songs like When You're Hot, You're Hot, and She Got the Gold Mine, I Got the Shaft, like lots of great songs. But Roger Miller bumped him out, and I mean, if anything, just for Robin Hood. But and Chug-a-Lug, come on, man. King of the Road. These are amazing songs. Amazing songs. I don't even really think of them as country songs as much as I just think of them as old songs. But yeah, and a really underrated guitar player as well. Really talented. So Roger Miller. My number 11, my last one of the night.
Nice. All right, let's go back to the 90s.
Let's do it. I'm excited.
And let's talk about a amazingly talented singer whose career was cut way too short. Yeah. And I'm talking about Alice in Chains.
Dude, honorable mention. Oh God, I love Alice in Chains. Lane Staley. Oh, come on. Come on.
Yeah, Lane Staley, like, I mean, the guy had a voice where there was a whole bunch of people that were trying to mimic his sound afterwards. And, you know, like everybody was trying to do that sort of kind of nasally thing that he was doing, and nobody could really pull it off.
No.
Jerry Cantrell, also a great guitar player and has had a great solo career also. The Unplugged album is just a pure masterpiece.
The Rooster is one of my favorite songs anyways. And was that about Cantrell's dad or was that about Staley's dad? I forget. That's about one of their dads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love the Rooster. Holy shit.
I come to snuff the rooster.
Evan, so I'm pretty sure, was it Alice in Chains, a Portland band?
I mean, heroin levels say yes.
Lane Staley's dead, right? He died?
Yeah, Seattle band. Yes, and Lane Staley died in the 90s from a heroin overdose.
What? Yeah. No, I remember that because he would. I remember the stories where he injected between his fingers and stuff.
The Dirt album is another masterpiece. Every single song,
everyone.
Excellent. Down in a Hole. The unplugged version of Down in a Hole is just man. It doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Love it.
Them Bones, just that opening riff to the album, just gets me every time. The Jar of Flies Nutshell. Oh my God. That one probably has become my favorite Alice in Chains song over the years is Nutshell from Jar of Flies. It's one of their more mellow songs. But it's just got a very moody guitar playing.
Now, Mike, I don't want to potentially step on what you're going to talk about next week or anything, but the interesting thing to me is that Alice in Chains and Nirvana, you know what I mean? These are two bands that are coming out of Seattle, you know, around the same time. And they've got completely different sounds, but the same vibe.
Yeah.
And could you do a Beatles Elvis comparison? Do you think like one is gonna just?
Oh wow!
I mean, there's room for both in my discography, right? Like if I'm just listening, I've got a good mix of both, but I just wonder if there's a dichotomy there where you're well, I definitely go this way versus this way.
I just think they were both so good at what they did. You have to have both.
And they're unique. It's not like they're clones, right?
It is different.
It's very different.
Well, because especially if you talk about the Jar of Flies album, I mean, there isn't anything, there's a lot less distorted guitar usage on that album than any of their other stuff. It's a lot more moody. It's more slow. It's more laid back. It's deeper. But then you get into this album, the self-titled album, and it's distorted guitar from start to finish. It's a lot more grungy. This one is a lot more grungy. Man,
just so talented though. Jerry Cantrell's vocals, so unique, so distinct. You know, if you didn't know by the guitar, that it was an Alice in Chains song, you immediately knew the second that you heard a note of singing.
Yeah, there's just like those 3 albums, Jar of Fly, self-titled, and Dirt. I could just listen to those on repeat for like weeks and just not get tired of them.
Same. I just wasn't sure if they're like, because I sort of appreciated grunge more later, like after the grunge movement had kind of ended. Like I liked some Alice in Chains and I liked some Nirvana, but I really went back and appreciated them about 5 years after they were a thing.
I clamped right on the grunge as soon as it came out. So the first time I had heard Nirvana, I was hooked.
Okay. So I was more like, then I was more into like STP and Pumpkins and some of the other things I was listening to in the 90s, and still Guns N' Roses real heavy in rotation. And then as those bands sort of, as Guns, you know, broke up and stuff like that, and STP kind of fell apart, then I kind of went back and really started to appreciate bands like Nirvana and Alice in Chains. And I think initially through the Unplugged albums, and then was like, oh, hold on, I've heard these songs and I really like them. And then discovering more and more songs where it's like, oh, yeah, this is all really good.
It was always the distorted guitar that pulled me in, and that was very, very synonymous with grunge at the time. So
I was definitely bigger into Nails too at the time. Sorry.
I actually was into Nirvana first, and then I heard the self-titled Alice in Chains album first, and I had to go backwards. And then listen to Jar of Flies and Dirt.
Right on.
Because I for whatever reason I had that self-titled before I got into the Dirt album, and I think it was because we're talking high school for me, which would have been 94. So it was, you know, Nevermind was already out, and I didn't hear Dirt until later.
Sure.
But I was less. We might as well talk about. I don't know if you guys will. You might. I was less into Pearl Jam. I like Soundgarden. I really like Chris Cornell's voice. I don't love his songwriting. I think they tend to be a little long and they draw out. So one of my honorables, I always liked Audio Slave better because Tom Morello was playing guitar.
Oh, sure.
So Chris Cornell's vocals with Morello on guitar worked great for me.
I really like Soundgarden, but not enough to put them on my list. But Chris Cornell, if you were going to go with like vocalists, if you just wanted to like put a top 20 vocalist, Chris Cornell's probably on that list somewhere. If we're going to talk about songs, there's probably a song that Chris Cornell is singing. If we're just going to do top 20 songs of all time, there's probably a Chris Cornell song on there somewhere where he's doing vocals.
Hunger Strike.
I hate that song so much.
I like it.
I hate that Temple of the Dog album. I hated it.
I only like that one song.
I hated that whole album so much.
Yeah, I didn't love all the Soundgarden songs. I love "Fell on Black Days" though. That
dude, that would be the song. That might be like a top 10 vocalist. Like, there's just something with the emotion behind that. You know, the way that song goes. If you just wanted to go like fun, you know, one-off, Spoon Man is a great song. Of that Black Hole Sun album, and Black Hole Sun's amazing too. But yeah,
"All on Black Days" is a karaoke song for me, and I think people are surprised when I hit that note that he hits at the very end of it.
Woo! That's a song like
we haven't done it in a long time, Mike. We gotta get out and do some karaoke.
When I'm in a garbage mood, that "Fell on Black Days" is a song that just it's sort of like Bob with this breakup song, right? Like. That "Fell on Black Days" song just hits, hits, and it's a salve on my aching, soul. It's so good, good.
Even though the follow-up album wasn't quite as good, I did like "Burden in My Hand." That's a good one too.
But back to Alice in Chains, man. Just, I wonder what would have happened if they been able to stay as a whole. You know what I mean? Like,
I know. The thing is that like those albums where like everything just clicks and it comes together like that. It's always a short-lived type of thing.
It's a lot of lightning in a bottle, right?
I mean, to think that they were able to do it for like 3 albums in a row, to be able to get to like a 4th and a 5th, hardly sustainable.
Well, I'm wondering if it would have been one of those things where they had some clunkers and then like 2013 or 14, they put out like an amazing album out of nowhere and you're like, what? And then they tour again, because that kind of happens sometimes where they'll put out some garbage.
And then, of course, those guys get older and, the way they want to play, the things they want to sing about changes, and that just automatically makes the style change.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're right.
Honorable mentions, guys. You got a few?
I hit a lot as we were talking. I guess I will say this honorable mention because it will spoil that they're not in my top 10. But God damn it, talk about bands kind of reinventing themselves and sort of surviving. And Red Hot Chili Peppers. I love Red Hot Chili Peppers. And some of their songs are some of my favorites.
I really enjoyed Todd Snyder, kind of a folk singer, but he's got some funny songs. He did that BWEWRUN Beer Run song that was on Bob and Tom. But then he's also got some other really good ones. He's got a song about the dude who did the robbery from the casino.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm going to drop my God, his friggin' name. But no, Todd Snyder's got a great live album. I think it's called Hotels and Truths or something like that. But it's a great, like, it's one of those ones that I can listen start to finish.
John LaJoie, if we're going to talk about funny.
John LaJoie, he was in my.
John LaJoie.
Yeah, honorable mentions. He's great.
John LaJoie. Jerry Reed, I already mentioned. Again, more of like a country western kind of guy. I could definitely go with like Merle Haggard. I could do some Willie Nelson. I could even do some John Denver. Don't hate on me. There's some great songs there. I was surprised
Limp Bizkit fell out of my top 20.
Limp Bizkit, again, fart rock. AC/DC fell out of my top 20.
Sublime fell out of my top 20.
Okay, so Sublime. This is a great example.
Sublime,
one amazing album, start to finish, and then that dude died.
Hold on a minute, though. Hold on. Which album are you talking about?
The one with the back tattoo, where it's just the back tattoo is Sublime.
Yeah, they technically have 2 albums.
Yeah, but I'm going mainstream.
I'm sorry, but 40 Ounces to Freedom is the far superior album.
No.
We're talking Sublime.
Give me what I got. Give me
April 26, 1992.
Yeah.
Tell me, where were you?
Yes.
You were sitting home watching your TV.
I was
participating in some anarchy.
So far away from like what made me enjoy Sublime. So I didn't appreciate that album as much.
I didn't know she had that magic kung fu grip.
That's right.
Yeah, living with Louis Dog is the only way to stay sane. God, I love that.
I love that album. That's a great album.
But Smoke Two Joints is really good. That's a fun one.
Yep. Actually, they didn't write it though. They copied it from a reggae group.
Yeah. They did.
Yeah. They did. But they're both great versions. And the other one that I want to honorably mention because they don't get enough attention. They made it big with like their 3rd album, but their first album is one of those ones I listened to start to finish. Second album I listened to the majority of it too. But the Bloodhound Gang.
Oh, Bloodhound Gang, dude.
Love me some Bloodhound.
Dude. They got famous because of the Bad Touch.
Yes.
But
yeah, so the roof was on fire. They got a little bit famous.
A little bit.
But then Bad Touch came out and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. But Kiss Me Where It Smells Funny.
So funny, dude. So funny. Kiss Me Where It Smells Funny. It's fantastic.
Yeah, but I will say though that Bad Touch album is a start to finish.
It's good.
From I Hope You Die
to in there for me, but yeah.
I could still listen to that whole album beginning to end, not with my kids in the car, but
right. So there's that Chasey Lane song, right?
Dear Chasey Lane.
And I was with my fiance at the time. Her name was Tracy Elaine, so I used to sing it to her all the time.
I wrote she
didn't find it as funny as I did.
Yeah. Did you have the same complaints?
Yeah, you had a lot of days.
Yeah, but you ain't had mine.
Yeah. Yeah. That was fantastic.
Oh God. Yeah, it's too bad
so-
Jimmy Pop was such a douchebag. Surprise,
Yeah.
surprise.
Jimmy popping in here, Jimmy, heat me up in that oil. I'm like, is it what corner says I fester and boil? I get under your skin, and I spatially form. I'm as deep as a plot tube of an amateur gay porn. Yeah. I used to sing that whole song.
I could do the bad touch start to finish, and
Yeah.
there's a bunch of them that I could probably do. Yeah.
That was off that One Fierce Beer Coaster. I used to have a DVD player, and I could put a CD in there and hit play time, hit play, and then hit fast forward, and it would just play it at times 2 the speed, but you could actually hear it. And I would rap and keep up with that thing. It was fun.
Nice.
Like my buddy would call me out drunk. Dude, do the song. Do the song.
Yes. One Fierce Beer Coaster is underrated. Is that the one? The drummer from the Def Leppard only has one arm.
The drummer from Def Leppard only got one arm. The drummer from Def Leppard's only got one arm.
Another a sort of comedy group, but they've got chops. That's not on my top 20. The Lonely Island. Those dudes, because the crazy thing about those guys is you can tell those guys know their music, and they like all of their stuff is almost like these weird little mini homages to other kinds of music. But Lonely Island, those so funny, so good. Turtlenecks and chains and
Dixon boxes.
Yeah, I mean, well, come on. Anytime they got JT in there with them is even better. When you got Michael Bolton with the Jack Sparrow.
Tony Montana. What? Not better.
They got Rihanna with Shy Rodney. Shy Ronnie. Yeah. So many good songs. Drinking that Santana champ. I'm on a boat.
Every Mother's Day needs a Mother's Night.
Dude, because I'm a mother lover. You're a mother lover.
All right. You guys want to do a quick recap and then call it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Well, I mean, I know we can skip my honorable mention.
Oh yeah, let's do Mike's
honorable. We're good.
No, that's fine. No, we don't need to.
Go ahead, Mike. I thought you were giving feedback there too. I thought.
No, he's just gonna name all the Swedish metal bands or Norwegian metal bands that burn out churches for this.
Accurate. They are pretty far down. I got Dave Matthews down there. I've seen him a bunch of times live.
That's Mike's 1 through 5. I've seen them live.
Yeah.
That's
I've
Googs.
seen them live a bunch.
Googs 1 through 5.
I'll mention a couple metal bands that people would actually know. One is All That Remains, modern metalcore band. Phil Labonte has one of the best vocals.
I've heard them.
Kill Switch Engage.
Yeah.
They do the cover, the cover of Dio's My Curse.
Do they also do Holy Diver? Is that Kill Switch
That's
Engage?
what I meant. Sorry. Yeah, Holy Diver.
Their cover's amazing.
He has one of the best metal vocals of all time. I'm as far as modern metal vocalists go, I would put him up there with like Dio and them. That guy is amazing. That's Howard Jones.
It's hard to do a cover of that song and make it as iconic as they did. I mean, they legit, it's iconic. It's great.
I would put Kill Switch Engage higher if he had not left the band. And their other vocalist is okay. But Howard is just like a goat to me. And unfortunately, the bands he joined suck. Like he's joined 2 different ones, and it's like, yeah, you made a mistake by leaving Kill Switch. And then a couple others I'll throw
also
out
a
there.
great band name.
Indeed. Bullet for My Valentine, also
I know that one.
Band name. They have several songs on Rock Band. This is a British band, and the Tears Don't Fall is probably one of my favorites, but the one that is on, I think it's Scream Aim Fire, is the one that's on one of the Guitar Heroes. Very difficult. It is one of those where you're going to get insta arthritis for sure. Black Sabbath was down there. And I'll throw one other one out here just because it's a fun band name. This is an Australian metalcore band, no longer together, called Feed Her to the Sharks.
I like the name.
They only made 2 albums, and I can listen to them front to back. And then they broke up, and I've never been the same person since. So.
Okay, Mike. Have
That's
you
all.
ever listened to the 80s metal band MOD, Method of Destruction?
Yeah, it's been a while. I wouldn't remember any of it.
No, that's fine. Just asking. Okay, so I think before we go, we should each give one group, one band that we think is really overrated. Just one.
Ooh, okay.
Just
only one.
Just one. We'll do more when we get Tony. When we get Tony on. So just come up with one, and then that way we can sign off at a reasonable time, and everybody's still having a good time.
All right, go ahead, guys.
So Bobby, are you ready, or you need to think? He looks terrified. Come on, overrated. Who do you
I got
hate?
a backup if somebody
The
steals
Eagles.
mine, so.
Bob just took mine. What is that, the Eagles? Not to say they're not talented. I think they're great.
That's not to say I don't like any of their songs. I just people like put them on a pedestal, and I don't think they.
Yeah. There's an Eagles song
Kat.
that I absolutely love, and I think it's called "The Sorcerer Arrives," and it's an instrumental. It's amazing. It is also the theme song to the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy BBC show. Well, mostly, but the main part of it is. I think it's The Sorcerer Arrives. I'll send it to you guys. It's amazing. Okay, so now I got to come up with a different one because Bob said the Eagles. Damn it. How about Mumford and Sons? I don't like them.
I can see that.
I just go with a modern one. But Bob, I was legit gonna say the Eagles.
That's funny.
The Big Lebowski, not the Eagles, man.
Yeah.
I will go with Bob Dylan. I cannot stand that man's voice at all. It's terrible.
Well, so what do you mean, Mike? You would prefer Bob Dylan's, you don't like Bob Dylan's version of All Along the Watchtower over Jimi Hendrix's iconic, blazing version?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Give me Dave Matthews' version of All Along the Watchtower, please.
How dare you, sir? No, I don't get Bob Dylan. I just don't.
I struggle with that style of vocals a lot. I can't anything like that. I can't do it. I can't.
That's fair.
And unfortunately, I'm sorry. I'll save it because it's a big one.
Okay.
I get a lot of flack for this one. So
is there any band that you used to hate that you've softened on and now you will admit that you like, or maybe it's not even admit you like, but you just kind of like now that you didn't used to like? I've got one. Mine is Green Day. I liked Green Day with like Dookie and Basket Case, and then they blew up, and I'm like, give me a freaking break. And I think a lot of it was that they were calling Green Day punk rock, and they're not punk rock. Green Day's not punk rock. Alien Ant Farm is not punk rock. They're not punk rock. They're punk pop, whatever. But going back now, I can appreciate a bunch of Green Day songs from like American Idiot and other albums. I'm not going to say I'm a big old Green Day fan. I just don't actively hate them like I used to.
I didn't ever hate these guys. I just didn't come to appreciate them till later because of Rock Band. Boston.
Oh, hell yeah. More Than a Feeling.
I like some I really like some Boston songs.
Yeah. Again, man, the vocals, like just powerful vocals.
Yeah.
Boston.
More Than a Feeling.
This is such a long song.
That's what we used to sing. When we play Rock Band back in the old house on Grant Street. Holy shit. That's amazing.
I never used to like Bon Jovi when I was younger, and I grew to appreciate him.
Oh, sure. I grew up kind of having to listen to Bon Jovi because my sister Julia was a big Bon Jovi fan. Shout out to Julia. But man, that Slippery When Wet album is legit. Just give him credit for that.
All right, I gotta pee, guys.
You gotta know. You got one. You got one that you like now that you didn't used to like.
Not really.
Okay, that's fair.
Not really.
That's fair.
Not
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been awesome. Mike, it was a really good idea to do this topic tonight. So kudos to you
fun.
for that. Real quick, again, just mention that we do have a Patreon. If you're supporting the old one and you want to still, that's totally fine. But in case you just want to support us and not that old one, please come over and check out the new one. Appreciate everybody's comments and interactions. Next week, we are going to have an author on, and I believe the topic might be games that we like to stream.
Interesting.
But we'll get more into that there. So there's a couple of little nuggets for you. But yeah, we'll just sprinkle that in for the reward those that stay later. Steph, if you watched this far in on your rewatch tomorrow morning on your way home from work, thank you. And just special shout out to you. But yeah, no, not an author like a BGR alum. Not Spencer. That'd be a good idea though. Have Spencer on as a guest.
Book coming.
Yeah. I need to reach out to Spencer. That's a good idea. Garth Brooks.
That was a good idea.
Oh, Evan, was it Garth Brooks? And now you like? Yeah, I think I can go back and like some Garth Brooks songs that I didn't like back in the day.
Yeah,
I'll give you that, Evan.
Mm-hmm.
Thunder Rolls, I like that.
Yep.
I love Friends in Low Places. I don't care. That song's a fun karaoke song. Just beer in hand and like, let's go. Like, just sing it.
Yeah.
Have a great time.
For sure.
But anyways, guys, this was really fun. I needed this because I just had 2 grueling days at work. So I will take a fun night hanging out with you guys and everybody out there with a couple of glasses of whiskey. So for the board game rundown, I've been Tim.
Bob.
I was Mike.
Keep it rocking, and we'll see you next week. Thank you again, everybody.
Do you like to party?
I do like to party.
I also like to party.
I like to party.
A 7.3.
This is a great party.
Repeating.
We should party more often.
Heating.
I do like to party.
Okay.
I also like to party. I also like to party.
I like to party. I like to party.
We should party more often.
Okay.
This is a great party.
Okay.